I'll tell you what happened. Black Swan, I was going to go to the event. You know, I was a supporter, dude. Like, I wasn't trying to start shit at all. And I said, you know what? I want to go to this event. I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be great. You know, let's support Nick. And I did support Nick. And I said, okay, so I'm going to fly down there. It was last minute, though. And so I said, you know, can I stay at your Airbnb? And he said, yes. So I got off the plane. I got served twice by you-know-who. Right when I got off the plane, I had 68 days sober. That was where the sober streak ended. Because I was like... I don't know. I was frustrated, just to be honest with you. And it's just like, is this really like what I have to deal with every fucking day? So I got a little toasty. There's no doubt. And I called Black Swan, and he goes, "Oh, I can't have that at my house. You can't come to my house. You can't fuck around with me." I was like, okay, well, that's kind of fucked up. And to be fair, he did send me some money for a hotel room, which I didn't need, but I was like, okay, I'll take it anyway. And so I rented a hotel room. I got up the next day, and I said, okay, well, I'm sober. You know, can I come kick it, like hang out with you guys? Tenrio was the only guy who stood up for me. Dalton was there. Beardson was there. The whole fucking crew was there. Tenrio was the only motherfucker who stood up for me and said it was fucked up. That's a direct quote. He said it's fucked up. You don't do that to your friends. And you don't do that to your friends. Especially somebody like, you know what, Josh? And I think you know as well as anybody, there's not many people who's been through as much as I have on the internet. And it's like, okay, yeah, I just want to come talk to you guys. Like, I wasn't trying to drink or do anything else. I was completely sober, didn't drink at all. I did drink the day before because I just got served walking out of the fucking airport. And Black Swan said no, I couldn't come over. And not only that, then all of a sudden, all these attacks started coming from Real Gunt Guard and Black Swan acolytes on Twitter. Well, you know where those attacks came from, right? They were from Nick Fuentes himself. He was trying to make me not come to the event. So I went to a party the next night, and I started filming people chanting, "We want Ralph. We want Ralph." And they didn't like that at all. And they asked me to delete it, and I told them no, I wouldn't. And
who's they?
Pines App and a couple other people. And I said no, I'm not deleting it. I said I asked them if they wanted to be in the video, and they said yeah. And so I'm not deleting shit. I don't care what the optics look like. You don't tell me shit. So anyway, so that's how that went. And so I woke up the next day. I was hanging out with Patrick Howley. I texted Nick on Thursday, the day after, or the day of Black Swan doing this. I texted Nick, and I was like, man, look, you know, I had an off day. I fell off, right? Like, I'm just being real. I fell off. And, you know, I just want to fix this with Black Swan. Black Swan was a good friend of mine. And I was like, man, let's just settle this. Like, there's no need for this type of drama. Let's just handle it and move on and da-da-da-da. Well, guess what? I didn't hear back from Nick until... This is the funny part. Patrick Howley and me were hanging out, and he had my Mexican telephone. I have a Mexican phone and a U.S. phone. And he went to go get a pack of cigarettes, and he had my credit card. And I was like, he's been gone for a while. I was like, I need my fucking credit card back. And so I went to go look for him, and I left my Mexican phone, which is funny because it's Fuentes. I left my Mexican phone sitting on the table, and Nick finally messaged me back. Like, I mean, like maybe 2.5 hours before the event. And he's just like, oh, well, you know, yeah, cool. It's cool if you come, but, you know, you can't show up drunk. I wasn't going to show up drunk in the first place, is the thing. And so, by the way, he hangs out with cokeheads and crackheads and everything else. Anything he thinks he can get clout off of, he hangs out with. So the whole idea that he would be embarrassed by Ethan Ralph, his years-long supporter, is a fucking joke. So I did miss that text because I didn't have my phone. And so once, you know, I wasn't going to go to the event on the maybe that I would get in because there could be an incident. you know me. If they would have denied me entry, given the fact that I'm the #2 streamer on their whole fucking site, there could have been a physical altercation at the event. And so I was like, I'm not going to do that. And so I laid my own game plan. And you know what's funny is, if I'd have seen that text, I may have just went to the event, and this might not have happened. But I didn't, because my phone was gone. But he waited 3 full days to text me back, and he saw the text. That's the thing. Like, all he had to do was say, look, it's cool, just don't show up drunk, like, it's all good. But he doesn't have the leadership skills to do something like that. He wants to put shit off on everybody else. He put shit off on Swan. He told Real Gunt Guard to try to scare me off the event. Well, that's not going to work, dude. Matter of fact, that only makes me more determined to show up to the event, is you trying to fucking bully me. And so I put out the videos the night before of people just demanding that I'm at the event. And he didn't like that either. And so, you know, that's how that occurred. And I didn't see the text. He didn't text me until, like, I don't know, maybe 2 hours before the event. I didn't see it. He did text me back, though. I'll give him credit. But you can see on the text, like, if you've used Signal, right? Yep. There's a little white check mark that shows if you got the text. And in the screenshot that they showed, there is no white check mark, because I didn't see the fucking text. And so instead, I laid out a different game plan. Because why not, to be honest? Like, these people, there's almost nothing I haven't done for Cozy.tv and everybody involved there, and, you know, doxed RPG and doxed fucking anti-groiper action, and did every fucking dirty fucking thing you could fucking imagine. Well, within reason, not fucking up the ass like some of them, but you know, like, literally did everything for these people, and they're gonna treat me like that, dude. I'm not built that way, you know. I know I say it often, but I'm from Memphis, Tennessee. And if you're going to disrespect me like that, then I'm going to disrespect you. And so that's how that happened. And that's the whole story. And all it would have taken was one word from Nick. And the reason why the word didn't come is because it was his idea. It was his idea to try to bully me out of the event. And I refused to get bullied out of the event. And then he texted me 2 hours before, because he thought he would finally be able to bully me. And I wasn't going to have that. He texted me 2 hours before. I missed the text. And the rest is history. So that's what happened. But he just flat out refused to let me come to his house. Now, to his small credit, he did send me some money, because I was like, man, what the fuck? You told me I could stay there. And so it's right next to the Fort Lauderdale Hotel. And he said, just go sleep it off. I said, okay. I slept it off and called him, and then they started ghosting me. And this includes Dalton. This includes Beardson. This includes Tyler. This includes every motherfucker you could imagine from America First, except Tenrio. Beardson included. Beardson, you ghosted me, you fat. I know you. And by the way, you're not fooling anybody but that pot belly, you fucking lying. You act like you're slim. Yeah, I saw your pot belly in person in Dallas. Not fooling anybody. So, yeah, they all acted like they didn't know me all of a sudden. And that's something I'm just never going to accept.
Yeah, because it sounds like to me that when you contacted Black Swan, he then hit up Nick behind the scenes and said, "Oh, Ralph is drunk. Don't let him in." And
no, it was said, okay. Nick's idea, in my opinion. But I don't know that for sure.
But it does sound like he reported back to Nick that Ralph is drunk, and then maybe Nick said, "Okay, well, we're going to cut him out."
Yeah.
He told everybody, like, make sure you ice him out.
Yeah, I think that's what happened. Yeah, and I even went into the group chats, and I was just like, hey, you know, let's hang out tomorrow or whatever. And everybody iced me out because Black Swan controls the group chats, and so they were like not responding to me, and it's like, the #2 streamer on this fucking site. There's nobody bigger on this fucking site than Nick Fuentes other than me. Do you understand? And I hate to like get a big head, but I carried that site. Not Nick, me. I carried that fucking site. Nick would stream once in a blue moon. I carried that site daily with hours and hours of streams and drama and attacks on Medicare and fights and this and that. I carried that site. Not Nick Fuentes, me. Not Beardson, me. And so,
yeah, I mean, like,
and you know that's true.
Fuentes was on like not. It used to be like once a week, right? And then
yeah, right.
It stopped even being.
He
that,
couldn't
so
even be bothered to work, dude. Nick Fuentes is one of the laziest motherfuckers that ever existed, and that's just the truth. And you know, I could come on here and be soft, but I'm not. I decided not to do that, and I had a choice before I came on air to be soft or to just come out here and tell it like it is. I carried that fucking site, and for them to treat me like that, fuck you, burn in hell. That's my mindset. And you know, you've dealt with me long enough that you probably would understand that's my mindset. Right? Well, but go ahead.
It's like a contrast between you and Fuentes. That the other thing that kind of made me said, well, fuck Nick in this is that Nick is like afraid of you. He's like afraid to just say what he thinks at any given time. I can't even imagine.
Because he knows I'll fucking destroy him. That's why. Yeah. I mean, he can't hang with me. That's why.
But even now, it's like everyone in America First is like they put off their streams. Fucking Beardson's not streaming. Nick Fuentes hasn't said a thing.
Because they're scared.
It's like why are they so afraid to
they know what I know. By the way, I haven't even told even 20% of what I know. By the way, I'm trying to tweet out an ad here. I got banned on Twitter because they went and reported me for showing where the event was going to be, and they tried to say that was like doxing or whatever. And so I can't tweet for 12 hours. Which is, you know, that's their MO. And you know what? Flagging. I'm not going to sit here and be the one to cry about flagging, but but you know, that's why they did that.
Yeah, it's just like I was a little bit shocked to see just how timid Fuentes is in giving direction. Like, if you want someone to fuck off, just go out and say,
just
fuck
get
off.
rid of me. Like, well, you know why? You know, he had conversations with Milo, and he was scared to get rid of me. You saw the text. He was scared to get rid of me because he knew I would light his ass up.
About killing Ralph to Milo?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, that was from Milo Yiannopoulos. Yes, yes, that was from Milo Yiannopoulos. And I don't know if you saw that certain text from a certain former Fox News personality, but that's legit as well. Yeah, a lot of people got their eyes on this. So, yeah, that was legit. All that was legit. It all came from me. And yeah, I put that out for a reason. And the reason I put it out is because, and I'll see if I can pull it up here on screen, is because it says all you need to say about Nick. Nick doesn't give a fuck about any of this. And I'm not even claiming that I'm like the purest dude, I want to have fun. Yeah, of course I do. I do want to be famous. I've said that before, right? Like, I mean, I think to a certain extent, most of us do, right? Like, or at least have some type of, you know, voice in this world, right? I don't think that that's controversial. But this text is from Tucker Carlson. I'm just going to tell you that live on air. This text is from Tucker Carlson. And he said, there are noble and defensible... Hold on. One sec.
Bulimia sent $5. Does Josh care to comment on his bulimia theory?
Bulimia? I don't know. We'll comment on that in a minute if you want. But let me read this. This is from Tucker Carlson. He said, there are noble and defensible forms of racial prejudice, but Nick's is the most pathetic variety. Aggression as prophylactic, because he's haunted by the idea of a black person finding him uncool or needy. He threw his entire belief system out of the window because a few black girls were nice to him on a podcast. Said, okay, maybe race mixing is fine. And he literally did that, by the way. I mean, so they talk about the movement. What movement is there to fuck black chicks? Well, I've had that kind of movement before too. You know what I mean? Like, I guess I can start a movement then. You know, I'm not divorced yet, but but maybe I can get together and start a movement. But if that's your movement, fucking black chicks, you know, I don't have much respect for it, to be honest with you. I mean, a lot of people want to fuck black chicks, and that is directly from Tucker Carlson. And that's me breaking that news right here on the air, and it wasn't very hidden, by the way, because, you know, I kind of wanted it to be known. You know, I lost a lot of fans defending Nick Fuentes. I lost, not necessarily money. I made pretty good money defending him, but I lost a lot of fans. I lost a lot of respect defending this little. I lost a lot of fucking debate opportunities. I lost a lot of people who used to fuck with me who don't fuck with me now because of him. And he treated me like that. Well, guess what? I'm not going to be treated like that, dude. And if you want to go to war, we can go to war. And you saw his whole fucking staff got doxxed last night. Guess who did it? Me. And I don't give a fuck. I don't give one single fuck. And if they keep going, if they keep fucking with me, I'm not done yet. So that's just a little warning right there. So keep fucking with me. Keep going. Do your show tonight. You better ignore me would be my advice, because there's a lot more out there. There's a lot more out there about how, you know, your mentor was a guy who traded with 15-year-olds, and you picked him over Milo, which, by the way, you have two. Pick Milo or Ali Alexander. Who are you gonna pick, Josh? I mean, seriously, like.
Oh God, don't make me choose. I don't want to live on the run.
No, but I mean, seriously, it's like, okay. And by the way, Milo, I have all the receipts. Milo told him about Ali's indiscretions. He knew this was gonna blow up.
Okay, so a lot of people, when the event was happening, were really hoping that you would go live from the parking lot.
Yeah, well, I tried to. Well, I did go live, and they banned my Cozy channel when I went live.
Oh no shit! You went live, and then they banned you?
I went live. I went live from my Cozy channel from the parking lot, and they banned it immediately. Yep.
There are so many people watching.
By the way, I have about 20 or 25 minutes worth of footage from the parking lot where they're like all shook, and they waited until I left to even start the show. But yeah, they banned my channel when I tried to go live. Within like 30 seconds, they banned my channel. Steaks for sure. I'm having steak tonight, steak dinner. That was an embarrassment. Do you know that Nick planned all that and I trended worldwide over Nick Fuentes last night? Do you know how embarrassing that is? You know how embarrassing?
I mean, like the whole reason why he wanted you out was after that chant, because he's like, I don't want Ralph here to upstage me.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's why I did it, because I was like, okay, I'm gonna start the chant. The people really want me here, not you. And so I put out all these videos of people chanting for Ralph to be at the event tomorrow, not Nick. They weren't chanting for Nick Fuentes to be there. They were chanting for me to be there. And he didn't like that. And he was complaining about it in the group chat, said, Ralph, please delete it, and da-da-da-da. And I said, no. Now, I didn't see it. Huh? Now, I didn't see it at the time because I'd already quit the group chat, because Black Swan runs the group chat. So I quit right when he didn't let me go to Airbnb. I was like, fuck this nigga. But I get reports because I have spies in all their group chats. And so he's just like, I can't believe Ralph's doing this, and he's making it about him, and oh, I can't believe this and that.
Jacuzzi sent $3.
What's up, Jacuzzi?
Cozy's greatest general.
Yeah.
Ralph was on the front lines for these people for 2 years, and they plotted to take his pride in a moment
of
weakness. The gut guard will fight to the bitter end, because that's what true loyalty looks like.
That's right. They tried to do me in. They tried to do me in at my weakest point, basically. And you know, a real friend would have supported me, and they're not. They're snakes, and that's what I actually think. So I don't feel bad about anything I did, to be honest. I feel like I made the greatest move ever, moving to Rumble. I mean, Cozy's dead. They have 1,000 people total, and it's all me. Really, I have fucking 5,500 people watching me right now. Brittany can't do any content. This dumb bitch hadn't done a debate in fucking since the Clinton administration. Like, I mean, this fucking who's going to carry the load? Wurzelroot? I don't think so. Beardson? I don't think so. Who's going to carry the load, Josh? Who do you think's going to carry the load? He looked a gift horse in the mouth. Actually, he tried to kick me in the ass is what he tried to do. And it's so shady. Really, the whole thing is so shady because it's so cowardly that he tried to use his underlings to try to like bully me out of the place or some shit rather than just saying, don't come. You know, a man, me or you, would just say, don't show up. I don't want you there, right? Like, okay, I don't want you there. Instead, he tried to use his underlings like Black Swan, the former fat and fucking real gunt guard, quote unquote, to try to bully me. I'm not getting bullied. Why don't you make a phone call yourself, fat? Why don't you stand up to the plate? That's why you got fired from the Yay campaign. That's why Milo outmaneuvered you, because he's smarter than you. Quite frankly, it's
true. He got completely played.
Yes.
Kanye shit, didn't he?
Yes, he got fucked. He got fucked by Milo Yiannopoulos, literally. Or, you know, maybe not literally. I don't know. It depends on your thoughts there. But, you know, I don't want to insult. Milo would probably take that as an insult. But, yeah, you got fucked by Milo, and you thought you had him beat. That was the funniest part. They thought they had him beat, but they didn't. So...
Yeah, the Kanye shit, like, I think that really showed.
That ruined Cozy. That ruined Cozy. The Kanye shit actually ruined Cozy because it showed he was a liar. Hold on, go ahead.
Finkelstein sent $3. Nick is a passive-aggressive woman.
Yes, he is. He is a passive-aggressive woman. The Kanye shit ruined Cozy because it showed what a liar he was. He lied to his fans every single night about not being fired when he was fired. Milo just completely owned him, and it's never been the same since. The numbers are down. Nobody wants to come to cozy.tv. I'm being real, Josh. I'm not just talking shit. Like, Cozy is done. Cozy won't be around in 2 years, if that. That was what really killed it, though. It was him lying to his fans, because then they knew they couldn't trust him.
What did he lie about with that?
Well, he tried to act for a while like he didn't actually get fired, and he was still working on the campaign, and him and Milo, and they were at loggerheads and this and that. He was never working. Well, he was at one point until Milo ousted him. Guess how Milo ousted him? Well, it was because he tried to oust Milo with Ali Alexander, and that ended up being a problem because Ali traded with a 15-year-old, and well, you know, that just can't stand. So
with the Kanye stuff, Fuentes knew that Milo was gonna.
Fuentes knew everything, and I have all the evidence that Fuentes knew everything about Ali Alexander. Yes.
Milo.
Well, Milo. I mean, you saw that text. That was legitimately Tucker Carlson that I showed you, right? Like, I mean, that wasn't like that wasn't a joke. That wasn't like something I was just making up. That was actually Tucker Carlson dunking on Nick Fuentes in a conversation with Milo. So it's like, okay, well, what do you have? You have Sneeko. Oh, you have Zerko the cokehead. Okay, well, that's gonna work out. I mean, it's not even possible. Like, it's foolish to even try such a thing. Like, I don't know. I really don't know what he was thinking, except that he overestimated his ability. And that is a problem for a lot of people, quite frankly. I mean, you know, I like these guys, to be honest with you. And I even said this publicly. You know, I considered Wurzel a friend who helped me out in, like, the darkest time of my life, to be honest with you. I don't have to lie about it. I don't lie like these. I tell the truth. And so he did do that. But what did he do this past weekend? What did he do now? Now he's shitting on me in the chat. Like, all these niggas are fucking just slaves to a fucking malicious, fake Catholic cult. And, you know, it is what it is. I don't care. But I'm not anymore. So.
Out of curiosity, does Fuentes speak to like Alex Jones? Because I know Alex Jones is on Cozy.
No, he doesn't. Alex Jones cut him out.
So he just like streams there and.
Yeah, he just lets him stay there anyway because he doesn't want to take him off and take the hit.
Yeah. So did Alex cut him out after the?
Yeah,
Kanye
you know the whole Hitler thing. Yeah, that was a great idea. By the way, that was one of the dumbest things I've ever seen in my life, Josh. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to win a presidential election, you're gonna go on Alex Jones and say I love Hitler and start throwing Roman salutes. Okay, that's really brilliant. You know what, Nick? You're a fucking idiot. He said, "Welcome back, King. What was the grimiest shit the America First crew had you do?" I will say, first off, doxing RPG would be one, but hold on.
Ultra 668 sent $3. It's crazy that Nick wasn't smart enough to keep Scammy Davis Jr. and Milo at arm's length.
Yeah,
Nick
I know.
just makes so many bad decisions and it can't even be chalked up to age.
I'll say
just extremely poor judgment.
I'll say one of the grimiest things was having me dox, and they gave me the whole folder. Like, they literally handed it to me and said, "Do this." And I was like, okay, I don't like this fucker anyway. And
you have that,
right?
that folder?
I have it somewhere, yeah. And it's a whole dossier on him and his whole family, and it's pictures of his mom and everything else. Yeah, Black Swan gave me that. Yeah.
I mean,
Midnight Sun says, Nick will soon realize he fucked with the wrong streamer. You're right, Cozy.tv is dying. Yeah, I know I'm right. Even when he says he's not streaming, his lobby always has 2,500 viewers. Yeah, it's weird how that happens, huh? Are you still cool with Vince James? Yeah, but I don't know if he's cool with me now. I mean, who's to say? Probably not. But yeah, I have nothing against Vince at all. Are you willing to bury the hatchet and go on Keno? I think that might be a step too far, honestly. But I'm willing to consider it. I'm willing to consider it, but I think that makes me look bad, honestly, because of all the bullshit they said about me. It's like, yo, what are they gonna do? Oh, their big tactic was to get me banned from Twitter for 12 hours. Oh wow, mission accomplished. Well, Nick can't be on Twitter at all. He won't be. And they got mad when I said that earlier. Elon personally banned you, you dumb. You're not getting back on Twitter. It doesn't matter how many 12-year-olds you have beg staff at Twitter. You're not getting back on, ever. And so you can cry about it. You can come on here and say, blah, 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 with your little Chicago bullshit, and it's not fair, and da-da-da-da. You're not getting on, bitch, ever. So I'm sitting here making that guarantee you won't ever be back on Twitter.